show and our ongoing segment, Stories from the Gridiron. Your football heroes talking about the game back in the day. We're going to do something special here on Stories from the Gridiron. We're going to honor a special team, the 1971 Dallas Cowboys. It's the 40th anniversary of this Cowboys team going to Super Bowl VI and beating the Miami Dolphins, capturing their first Super Bowl win. But to get there, they had to overcome a lot of adversity. The heartbreaker loss to the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl V. The reputation of the Dallas Cowboys not winning the big one. Dwayne Thomas and his distractions that became a problem for the team. And the quarterback controversy between Roger Staubach and Craig Morton. Plus, the Cowboys were in the process of moving to their brand new state-of-the-art sports venue known as Texas Stadium. But through it all, the Cowboys got together, got on a hot streak that put them into the playoffs and Super Bowl VI. There, for the Cowboys' first ever game, is my guest on Stories from the Gridiron. The original first-round draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys, the All-American from TCU, and the anchor of the Dallas Cowboys' Doomsday Defense. Bob Lilly is my guest on Stories from the Gridiron. He's going to talk about that 1971 Dallas Cowboys team that he was on and his big passion for photography. Bob Lilly is my guest on Stories from the Gridiron. Bob Lilly, in a span of, I'd say, about 2 minutes.
So you're trying to figure out how many questions you can ask in 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm going to narrow it down to two things: photography and the 1971 Dallas Cowboys that won the Super Bowl VI.
Well, photography is something that I never knew anything about until I was senior in college. And I made the All-American teams, and one of the teams was Kodak Coaches All-American.
That's right, way back when.
So Kodak gave us each, there was only 13 people that made the team every year back then, back in the 20s. Anyway, they gave us a Motormatic 35mm camera, 200 rolls of film, 100 rolls of black and white, 100 rolls of color. They pre-processed it, so you had little sacks that came with it. You just mailed it, and then mailed it back to you. And so that's when I started. I was still in college. My next year, I was a rookie. I had a half bathroom. I had a bathroom that I had made into a temporary darkroom. So I started doing my own darkroom when I was 22. I was second year in the league, basically. And I did that until the 90s, and I didn't switch into digital. I still shot film. I got the drum scanner, started scanning it. And then I bought some digital printers, which they weren't really up to par back then, but they got there pretty quick. And that's what I do now. I still use Epson professional printers. And I still drum scan a lot of film, and I use digital somewhat as well. And then as far as 71 was the year that we started off a little bit slow. We were 4-3 at the halfway point. We won every game from there on, and we beat the Dolphins 24-3, which even though they won 17 in a row next year, there's nobody else ever been held to less than a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And I remember in that Super Bowl, we had a lot of great plays. I was in on one, and probably pure luck, but I caught Greasy for 20.
That's the one where you, I think George Andrew, and somebody else, let's just say Bob Greasy was like fresh chum, and the Cowboys were like a whole bunch of sharks, so it converged.
Well, we were after him, let's put it that way. We stopped their running game. Back they had a team that was 65% run and 35% pass. Mercury Morris, Vodka was the guy.
Jim Kick,
workhorse. The Kick was he could pass as well as run, and then Mercury was a runner, but he was a great runner. So they gained it was like 200 yards a game, close to it. And that was a lot of yards back then. And then when they went to pass, it was pretty easy because all the secondary was coming up to cover the run. So they did a lot of play action, but. We shut the run down, and then that left them in a situation where they had to pass. And they only had really one great receiver, that was Warfield. And we had Cornell. Mel was pretty well covering him, and then Cornell Green was watching all the time. And Cornell made a really great play. Nobody's probably ever seen it, but I got the film, and he tripped. and he saw that Warfield was getting open down in the end zone, the corner of the end zone. He jumped up and ran over there and jumped about 5 feet off the ground, and his finger touched the ball and made it rotate. And so Warfield missed the pass, and then we just steadily pulled on out. They couldn't run. We had the run cut off, and then we had the pass cut.
Wow.
But it was a closer game than it sounded.
Yeah. You provided that 1971 team. The book is called Breakthrough Boys. Jamie Aaron is the author, and the book is available at Barnes & Noble and at Amazon.com. We hope to have Jamie on the show to talk about the book, and that's coming up in the weeks ahead. Also, looking forward to have more Dallas Cowboys on the show, talking about that 1971 team, and that's coming up in the weeks ahead too. Thank you, Bob Lilly, for being our guest here on Stories from the Gridiron. More Stories from the Gridiron coming soon, so keep it here on the Donniesport 17 Network.
Something I'ma go get it. At first it be all struggle, then it's all credit. See, back in the day, getting on was mad hectic. Looking for my start in hip-hop like Cedar and Sedgwick. I knew I loved music, idea sparked the fuse lit. I had talent and knew it, but had yet to prove it, yo. I ran the